Hi, I'm Roman Ree. I set up a small YouTube travel channel less than 3 weeks ago, and everything I decided to do was with what I had. I didn't want to spend any extra money on anything new. What I already had was a Galaxy Fold 3, and I thought I'll use this to do everything. Didn't realise a couple of problems that I faced. One, this is my everyday today phone, so I was getting a lot of calls and messages through as I was recording. I would have to put things on airplane mode so I wouldn't get disrupted, and then none of the calls come through. That was the first thing. The second thing was the battery life. The battery life was going through really quick. I don't have a battery pack, so I had to stop off in places and stuff and everything to charge the phone off, which became a bit of an issue. Also, it's quite big, it's quite bulky. You're walking around like that around town, around areas, and you're recording, which wasn't a major issue because the people have been great, but it just became a bit of a hassle. It was slightly heavy to carry around. The family found out a few of the issues that I was having, and the kids all got together and they bought me this, a DJI Creative Combo set. I read a lot of reviews on YouTube about this, how great it was for especially new people who are setting out, and it's quite simple and straightforward to use. There are some great reviews out there, but there's two main points which I really wasn't happy with, and they are what I'm going to cover here. They are only very minor, let me tell you that, and so far what I've read about it and what I've seen about it, I've been really impressed. So let's open this baby up. Right, let's get this open. So looking at this, it says you've got to download the Android app DJI Mimo. So let's have a look at that. Let's do it on that. Download. While it's starting to download, let's open this up. Oh, look how small that is. I haven't exactly got the biggest of hands, but look how tiny that is. Already it feels so light in my hand. But me being not exactly the most delicate person in the world, this does feel a little bit delicate for me. But let's see how we get on. Let's open this up. All the little bits and pieces. Oops, everything's flying out. That's the charging cable, the handle, and these are all the little bits and pieces. So let's get this open, let's see what they are. Okay, that's the joystick. It's getting a bit off, that's cool. Charger points. Oh, that's the iPhone one, I don't have that one. We'll open that later. That's the microphone, and that's the widescreen. We'll open that later. And these are all the little extra pieces that you get in the combo set, and I think this total price was about $4.40. If you go for some of the competitors, you'll find that their price will work out a lot more, especially if you start adding up all the accessories that go with it. So overall, I think it was a fair price for this, for what it is. This is how it's done. This is a little control panel there. That's what you have to do to take it off. Connect this onto there. And there's a power on. And this was my biggest bugbear about this. You get something new, but it doesn't work unless you have one of these. A micro card. What is the point of buying something brand new and then you have to buy something extra? It doesn't work. None of the reviews covered this. This is like when I used to be small and you got a toy at Christmas. And no matter what it was, you could not play with that toy until you had batteries with it. And it's proper emotional damage. You got a new toy you want to play with and you can't. And this was exactly the same thing. So if anyone from DJI is watching, DJI, thank you for that emotional damage after all those years again of having to buy something extra and not being able to play with it. See what I mean about my sausage fingers? Everything is an issue. If this only cost me about £20, So it would have been ideal, DJI, if you add an extra £20 onto it and add one of these already in there. This way you have to put it in, it's facing you, like that. And make sure you press it in a little bit like that, there you go. So now if we switch it on, and what that does is that connects into there. Right, took a while to get it going, but it looks like it's all working now. Let's see. Agree. There we go. Right, so a login, so everything is all ready to go. It took a while, but it is all up and working now. This is exactly what it is. It's so small, so tiny. Bluetooth speaker that goes onto there, and then that will start for recordings. Anyway, I'll let you know how I get on with this. Now I've got it all connected and all registered with the main DJI site, and this is what it looks like. So you hook it up onto your phone like that. You get the main home page here. You go to device in the top corner, and that's your device all hooked up. So if you go down to the bottom here where it says it's got a little envelope with a play, you hit that, and that would be all your recordings and everything download, and you can actually work through it. Once it's up and running, it's actually quite simple and straightforward, but it was a bit fidgety, to be truthful with you. But again, like I said, I'm not exactly technical savvy, so it does take me a little bit longer with everything. Best way to get out of it, go back to the main, there we go, and then you can disconnect your device. As you saw there, it's a little bit fidgety, and especially the point about the SD card. See, this item cost £440 odd. DJI, if anyone's watching, add another £20, just put that in, because it just saves all the hassle of going to go out there and seeing to get the right card for it. Saying that, that was the first thing about it that really got to me. It's not work without the card, so make sure you get the card at the same time. And the second is, there's a lot of accessories out there, but the ones that you really want to focus on, getting the screen cover for that and the screen cover for the camera. They're the only two sort of things, and they cost me about £5 for a pack of two. Again, little things add to it. If it comes to it, add £3-4 extra on top of it. You're talking £450, £460 for everything that you need, and I think that's actually a great price compared to some of the things I've seen out there. All it needs for me to do now is to go and play with it and see how it works. If you check out my last videos, especially the first two, you'll see how I've done it and how they've come out compared to my most recent one, where I picked up a few more tips. Hopefully from now onwards, I'm going to be using this baby, and it should be a lot better. By the way, I'm Roaming Ree. If you like what you see, please share, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for further videos. Hopefully with my new DJI, which will be a lot better than the last few that I've put up. But it can only improve. Thank you.